Smoking, an addiction, a lifeline, a crutch, and a coping mechanism. However you look at it, no good comes from smoking. What is it about cigarettes and tobacco that makes it such a difficult habit to kick, even when smokers know the risks? Today on Health Matters, we take a candid look at smoking. Many of us have experimented with the odd cigarette, curious to see what all the fuss is about. Some people know right off the bat that it's definitely not for them, while others get hooked and develop a lifelong habit. There is nothing positive to say about smoking. It can lead to a host of health problems and is so addictive that even when people are diagnosed with a life-threatening illness caused by smoking, they cannot quit. What is it about cigarettes that makes them so addictive?
When you smoke, you inhale what we call nicotine, which goes to your lungs and goes into your blood vessels, and that travels to your brains and attached to receptors called acetylcholine receptors. And those receptors, that area, that actually what it does, it rewards you for negative kind of emotions or stress. It makes you feel better. And as a result, you get used to the idea of smoking. And when you smoke, because you feel good because of the effect of the nicotine, you become addicted to it. And that's how the addictors come in, that feeling good effect.
According to the Cancer Association of South Africa, tobacco smoking is the main cause of unhealthy lungs, lung cancer, and over 20 other types of cancer. In addition to that, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention warn that smokers are more likely than non-smokers to develop heart disease and suffer a stroke. Smoking can also lead to infertility, miscarriage, birth defects, and even things like dental and eye health complications. Not only does smoking affect the health of the smoker, but is just as harmful to those around them. Now, this includes secondhand smoking and third-hand smoking.
Secondhand smokers are people, obviously, who smoke in presence of others who are not smokers. And as a result, the effect is more or less the same like someone who smokes. The risk of cancers actually increases, asthma increases, airway problem increases. The sad reality, because you haven't gone and buy the cigarette yourself, it's just because your partner or your mother or your father smokes and you get exposed to that cigarette.
In recent years, alternatives to cigarettes have become quite the trend and are used by many cigarette smokers to try and quit. But many experts warn that fads such as e-cigarettes and vapes can be just as harmful.
To be honest, the e-cigarettes obviously is a really battery power device that delivers nicotine, and that means reduce the harmful effect of burning cigarettes. That's really the difference. But we don't really have studies that are looking at the harmfulness of the e-cigarette in long term. But the problem with the e-cigarette that they're not properly regulated. And as a result, some of the chemicals or sweeteners that are used in the e-cigarette can be harmful in long term. That might cause cancers and other conditions. So my advice for people that are using an e-cigarette, you can use it as a mode for quitting up to 2 years. After that, we don't know what's happening.
Quitting smoking is one of the most difficult things to do. There are many ways to try and quit, like using nicotine patches, gum, or even hypnosis. But for many people, these methods don't last.
I think for you to quit smoking, you require will. You must have that one will say, I want to quit smoking. Otherwise, it's difficult. In average, most smokers, they will attempt to quit smoking 6 times before they actually successfully quit. So for you to quit smoking, on the medical side, we look at a two-way intervention. One is psychotherapy, and then, of course, using medications. But what I want to emphasize for people that, yes, there are those who decide I will quit today, you still might need a nicotine replacement therapy. Because sometimes you could quit after 3 months, and most people after 3 months, then they relapse because it's a chronic problem. So they might need to be treated, dissuade them quitting by themselves. They need to get some help. So it's better that they consult their doctors to get some support.
Despite it being an uphill battle, those who have managed to quit smoking have undoubtedly experienced a better quality of life. Just think about it. You could add 10 years to your life if you quit smoking early enough. Now that you know the ugly facts about smoking, make the choice to live a longer and healthier life.